started. I know people will jump in, but I want to go ahead and get going. Thank you all for coming out tonight. We hope you and your family are staying safe. We miss seeing you guys. The students who are up here, we really miss seeing you all. Parents, we miss seeing you guys too, though, at stuff. Hope everyone's staying safe. The state released the mandate for grades 9 through 11 grading policy a little over a week ago, and we have been working with our district leaders and our teachers to make sure that we all have a very clear understanding of the policy and that we develop procedures in order to make sure that we were getting the correct information out and also to document the information that we were going to receive from you all and how it would affect your student. So I'm going to jump in, and the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to talk a little bit about some of the specifics of the policy, and then I'm going to talk about the procedures that we're going to follow for the policy, and then I'm going to open it up for questions that you guys may have. The policy is listed on our website. There's also a lot of links. I posted the frequently asked questions on our social media pages and on our website. That kind of goes over the different options. If you look at the policy and that frequently asked questions, it talks about the fact that there are 2 options for every student in grades 9 through 11. But under option 1, there's actually 2 separate options for that. So we're going to look at it as there being 3 options because I think that makes it clearer and easier for everybody to understand exactly what their choices are. So option number 1 is that they report the numeric grade the student had as of March 13th, 2020, and the grade and quality points will count towards the student's grade point average. So that's the first thing a student can choose. The second option is they report the numeric grade the student has at the end of the semester, and the grade and quality points will count towards the student's grade point average. And that's the end of this semester, the second semester. Option number 3 is that they report a PC-19, which basically stands for Pass COVID-19. And this is if a student had a passing grade as of March 13th, 2020. This means the student will receive credit for the course, but no numeric grade will be recorded. No grade or quality points will go towards the student's grade point average. So on their transcript and on their report card, if the choice is PC-19, then it will literally just say PC-19, and that's all you will see on the transcript or the report card. Now, if a student does not have a passing grade, okay, as of March 13th, they have the chance to continue to work in the course to improve their grade. However, if the student does not improve their grade to a point where they are passing, they will receive a WC-19. The WC-19 will go on their report card and on their transcript, and it does not equal an F. It just means they will not receive credit for the course. Therefore, they cannot advance to the next course the following year, and they will have to look at repeating the course for credit. Their GPA, their grade point average, will not be affected by a WC-19 because it does not equal an F. Okay, so those are the 3 options that each student has, and that's for each course. And they can choose a different option for each course that they have. So they do not have to say, I'm taking straight PC-19s for all 4 courses. They can pick and choose how they're going to do that. We will continue to provide remote instruction for all students in all courses, and we encourage your student to continue accessing their course in Canvas and to continue communicating with their teachers. We're not sure what the future holds for us. We know that we will have school next year, but I mean, if I'm 100% honest, we don't know what it'll look like. You know, I'd love to say that we'll all come back in August and it'll be completely normal, but I don't know that that's the case. But whatever the case may be, if students have passed the course, or even if they've just taken the PC-19, they will receive credit for that course, meaning they will move on to the next level course. So it's really important that they continue working on skills in those classes. So for example, if they're in Math 1 and they take a PC-19, while they may take that and their grade is set with what it is, they're going to be going into Math 2 next year. And if they're going into Math 2 the following year, they still need to continue working on those skills. And our teachers will still be providing instruction and feedback and things like that. So I just wanted to make that clear. A couple other things, NCVPS courses will follow the same guidelines as our courses. So you have those three options, excuse me, for your NCVPS courses. College of the Albemarle courses are a little different. We requested March 13th grades from COA, but we were told that they were not required to provide these grades and that they would only be providing final grades. So we were told that if a student felt they needed to withdraw from a course, then they could work with their instructor to do so. If you have any specific questions about your students' COA courses, if they're at Camden High School, they can contact Ms. Diane Overton. And if they're at the early college, they can contact Ms. Brittany Lassiter if they have any questions about those. So that's kind of the policy. That's how we're implementing the policy. Some of the procedures that we're going to do for that is we're going to begin sending home letters this week to each student, and they're going to make their choices on those letters and forms for each course. So we are having to do individual letters for each student, so it's going to take a little time. It's not something that we can necessarily send every single letter out tomorrow. We're going to start sending them out tomorrow, but they will be coming out in batches with that. So each letter will have a cover letter that goes over the three options that I just went through, as well as how you can return the form. And then each student will have a form that lists their individual courses, lists their grade as of March 13th, and then beside each course, you will be able to select which option you and your student choose for that course. Okay, whether it's March 13th grade, end of semester grade, or PC 19 grade, or WC 19 if that's what it ends up being. And then you will be able to return the form in multiple ways. And those will be listed. We'll have a drop-off box. You can scan it. You can email it. Honestly, you can carrier pigeon it to us. However we can get it back at this point in time, we will take it because we do have to have documentation for what choices you made for that. So that is in a nutshell the policy and what we are doing. I'll now answer questions that you guys have. If you have a question, please type it in the chat box. I'll read the question aloud and then answer it so everybody can hear and see it. If you called in, I'll pause for a minute and ask for caller questions because I know you can't type them in. I do want to ask that if you have a specific question about a particular class or teacher, that is specific only to your student and that it can't be made generalized, please contact me or Mr. Reeves or Ms. Fields separately after this meeting to ask us those questions with that. And I know that we've had a lot of people email us or call us and that they want guidance on what they should do. With that, it is really hard. All we can do is give you guys the option and then let you guys decide what to do with that. But we are here to help if you need anything. So if you guys have questions, please ask away because I know this is a lot and it can really affect the students. You want to answer that one? All right, so we had a student ask, he's in English 1, and I'll go and answer it out loud. If he takes the PC 19, will I have to repeat it or can I go on to English 2? Okay, PC 19, if you take that, you get credit for the course. It does not go to your GPA, and then you can continue on to the next course in that sequence. Do any callers have questions? Hey, Neil. So PC-19 is basically what would go on your transcript, and it just means that you get credit for the class, but you do not get a numeric grade, and it does not go towards your grade point average with that, but you do get the credit for the class. WC-19 is what you would get if you were not passing the class, and but it does not equal an F, and it does not affect your GPA. No, once the choice is made and documented, it cannot be changed. Someone asked, once the choice is made, can it be changed? No, that's why we're collecting documentation, because we want to make sure that we have that, because honestly, we could have, freshmen who, in 3 years could say, hey, but my GPA, I really wish I'd have taken this. But we can't keep switching back and forth. I know these are big decisions, but that's why we're having these meetings and sending home paperwork and all that, so we can make sure. How long do we have to decide which way to go? We will need to know by the end of the semester, just in order to put it in, for final grades, because the final grade will be either the numeric grade from the 13th, the numeric grade for the end of the semester, or the PC-19, WC-19. So we would need to know by the end, so we can do that. So right now that's June 10th, or for early college, it's a little earlier because we do end earlier. But for early college, there will also be some leeway where we'll probably have to extend past the end of school with this. We're not putting an absolute deadline just because we really need to get these back regardless of what time it is. I don't have it.
Because I'm not able to get a hold of my grades from March 13th from the NCVPS classes. He's asking what to do.
Somebody asked that they couldn't get a hold of grades from their NCVPS classes. They're going to be providing those to us as well, the NCVPSs. So when you get your letter, that grade will be on there. Someone said, what happens is if a form is not returned? If we don't get a form returned, specifically for Camden County High School, if it's not returned by the end of the semester, because there's plenty of time for that, and for Camden Early College, if it's not returned by the middle of June as well, the student, if they're passing, automatically gets a PC-19, and then we will revisit it next year when students come back to school. Any other callers have questions? These are all really good questions. Anything else? You guys have made this way too easy on us. So like I said, if you do have a specific question about a specific class, please contact us and let us know. You can also contact your teachers as well and let them know. I know some students and parents are contacting teachers and asking for their March 13th grades. We are collecting those from teachers to put on that letter. So you will get those, so you don't have to keep asking for that. So you will get that, and it'll be right there for you as you make those decisions. Once you get that letter, you may have more questions, and that's fine. You can definitely contact us, and we'll answer whatever we can for you.
Hey, Miss Davis.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, this is Alex's mom. And I kind of missed what you were saying about, so they make the choice. You're going to send out the letters. They're going to make their choice. And how will the student let you know what they've chosen? Will they have to send that letter back to you, or can they email you their choices? Can you review it again?
We will need the form back, but you can scan and email the form back. We'll have a Dropbox outside of school that you can drop it off. You can take a picture of the form and email it back to us. So there'll be various ways. We've listed 4 different ways on the form, but then we've also said that you can call us if those ways don't work so we can work something out.
Okay, great. And there will be a person to send it to, right? A specific person or
There's a specific email address. Yes, ma'am.
okay, great. Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
Mhm.
Any other questions? All right, well, I'm not going to keep you guys on here any longer if there isn't, but like I said, please feel free to contact us. Thank you so much for your support, and let us know if you need anything, and please stay safe. We'll talk to you guys later. Have a good evening.